Sarah, can you hear me?
Now I can, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
How are you?
That is weird. I don't get it. So sometimes that works as and sometimes this is. It's just odd. All right.
Thank you.
So this was, the language you see here is the recommendation from Heather, because I have to be here for the meetings. There's never a point where I'm not gonna be here to get us through until July. And basically we have Mrs. Norris taking notes. So it's a matter of being at the meeting and signing off on the minutes once they're approved at the following meeting. It's kind of that simple.
I just think it's too much for you to do. You keep adding more onto your list of things to do. I know it's just a signature, but there's plenty of people here that can sign their name.
And if you want to do that, that's fine too.
Well, it's up to everybody.
It's up to you guys.
You have a great signature, Mike, I think you should do it.
Just because your signature looks nice.
Yeah, I don't think so. Dr. Slattery, yes.
Right,
Oh, you had to have a special pen.
And that special.
Oh, we almost didn't get diplomas signed one year because that pen didn't come in the mail.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you.
So, any other discussion, questions, as long as you're okay with it till the end of the year?
I'm okay with it, it's fine.
So,
I wouldn't do it that way if Heather didn't say to do it that way.
Who would be appointed, like, are we gonna be looking for,
When we have the reorg meeting, we'll just, when we read,
We just nominate somebody they accept, it, just like you do the officers.
right, it'll be another appointment when you
That's
when
why
you
I
do
just
your
don't know why we
appointments in
can't do it
July.
that way this time. Anybody willing to do it?
Mike?
but if it's not gonna be a board member,
yeah, I was gonna say, if it can't. if it's
Gonna
not
say,
supposed
yeah,
to be
but
board
you
member.
get
it'll be somebody within the district, it'll be Shelley or.
Yeah.
me and
So you're saying it
most
can't be a
likely
board member?
It can
In the
be.
future.
She's just saying it's not good practice.
Well, then why are we putting it on to do that when we do a
Yeah,
reorganization meeting?
well, we can talk, right, we can talk about it then,
All right.
yeah. Or we can research it before then.
Well, I mean, the obvious person to do it would be Shelley.
Yeah, exactly. Which, that's the way it's done in most districts.
Yeah.
So do you want us to appoint you, or do you want us to appoint Shelley?
Just appoint it the way it is.
Okay, all in favor? Thank you.
July, she takes over.
Yeah. Got that to look forward to, Shelley. Business, finance, and property. Motion for 1 through 4.
Motion?
Aaron, Jenny,
Second.
discussion.
Please discuss number 3, explain it to me exactly what that is, because on the list of schools participating, Alexander Bay is the only other school in our Jefferson County or whatever that's involved in this. I know what a cooperative is, but why are we doing, why is other schools around here doing it too?
This is a cooperative that we can take advantage of for purchasing school supplies.
Right.
So they have this cooperative has already bid all the supplies. And there is a vendor that comes in and has an online platform where the teachers can go in and submit their requests electronically. So it replaces all of the BOE spreadsheets. Do you remember those?
Yes, I do. Okay.
All the bid sheets.
Yeah.
So now what the teachers can do is they can log in and we set a budget. They've got an account code associated to them. They can see a picture of what they're ordering.
Each teacher
Yes,
gets a code, each
yes,
teacher gets a money amount.
yes. They can go in.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
They can see a picture of exactly what they're ordering. We know exactly what the price is because it's already been bid. So,
So you don't care what they order as long as they stay within their budget amount?
No, we do.
Okay,
We
I just
still
wondered
do.
how you check.
There's
I-
still-
I asked the same
there's
question.
still an approval process. So the teacher will submit their requisition and then a principal or the business office, or we'll have to figure out the logistics of that. But what then happens is then I can take those requisitions and they dump right into my accounting software.
Okay,
There's no more typing POs,
okay,
hundreds and hundreds of
I
POs.
understand you.
So,
I had to do that when I did the grant.
so it's just kind of modernizing our process, and there will definitely be some learning curves, but I'm hoping that it'll be a lot smoother, it'll save a lot of time. I'm
Well, it should
excited
save you
about
time for downloads into your accounting program.
it. Right,
But has a BOE done this more than just now?
Yes.
Are they brand new or they've done it before?
they've done it for a couple of years.
And they think it's a great
Love
thing?
it, love it, love it, love it.
Okay, why isn't everybody else doing it?
Well, I think you just, it's hard to change. I think change is hard.
Especially in technology. It's intimidating.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We've been doing these big packets for years,
Oh.
years and years.
Suck.
Right.
Well, there were packets for each kind of thing.
Right,
There's,
right.
You know, equipment,
Yeah.
books and
Technology.
books, and then supply, paper,
Yeah.
type stuff.
All that stuff. You get a whole load of it.
And then somebody had to put it in by hand, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you
This
didn't put the
has-
data.
This has comparable school supplies?
Yes.
Brand wise,
Yep.
quality things?
Yeah. It's a school specialty. It's Cascade. It's I've got a list of all the approved vendors, but it's
Bulk, it's huge.
Angela came back, she
These
got
pens.
totally sold.
Okay, those are my
The
questions.
salesman took her for a complete ride.
Well, right when they had her right when they said it could download into her.
Oh my God.
I know that, that's huge.
anymore.
No, but that saves so much time, and time is money.
The salesman said something about, he'd never seen somebody so excited about buying school supplies or something.
Well, because of the way we were doing it originally.
Oh
Always-
my
he's
gosh.
always-
And they were still doing those little packets?
Yeah, so every teacher gets an Excel spreadsheet that they have to pick out all of their
Yeah.
supplies, and then they all get sent to this grade. Barry has to, what do you call it?
Rolling.
Collate them, and then sends them off to the business office, and then we
Oh,
send them
this will
off to
save a lot of
BOCES,
time.
and-
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
All right.
it's a whole process.
so this is new,
This is
that's
new.
why other districts around here haven't jumped on board.
And if you think about it, I think the teachers are gonna love it,
Oh,
compared to the old system.
well, they're still inputting it into the computer,
Right.
but they don't know what happens afterwards.
Right.
So they might not catch on,
Maybe not.
because they're still filling out the,
Maybe.
They're going into they're going online,
but they get to see the product, they get to
Yes.
see what they're,
Right.
and they can go out to a website and paste the item number in, and it's, yeah, I'm thrilled.
okay, well, I can see where you would be,
Yeah.
the quality of the product is still the same. Time, as I said, is a major deal. And the price, we can get it cheaper, because they're, okay, thank you.
I have letters, I should have provided the letters from the other school districts of how much money they've saved, I should have
Well-
included that, but
I know what cooperatives do, they do save you money, but I just didn't understand why a lot of they're all bigger schools downstate.
Mhm.
So, just curious, okay,
we'll have more buying power with them,
okay.
Right.
Yep,
better price maybe?
download that information.
Anything else? All in favor? Opposed? Okay. Personnel. Is there anything that anyone would like pulled? Asked that earlier. No. So could I take a motion for 1 through 6? First? Aaron? I can't.
She got it.
Okay, I'll take a motion for 1 through 10. How's that?
Because she's not at your house.
True story. 1 through 10. Aaron, you still want a motion there?
Motion.
Second. Over there, Sarah got that one. Sorry, Sarah, I forget to look over that way.
That's okay.
Does number 2, is he certified?
Yes,
Yes, okay. I feel like we were talking about that he was still in the middle of.
As of December, right?
as of December.
You
Oh,
just
okay.
got it.
It'll be
So
the same
good. You
thing,
get it?
finished, just like we hire any new teacher, brand new. You're waiting on the state
To
Right.
give you
to
the.
give you your stuff. And we'd like to, another one of those, when we start having in-person meetings, we need to have a, introduction, because you
Yeah.
need to see the new faces.
Yeah.
It's so exciting,
Is he
I have
excited?
a question.
so.
I have a question on 5 for Sally Bartlett. Just why do we have to stipulate substitute teacher, teacher aide, counselor, food service worker?
She doesn't want to be a guy. Oh,
Is that
That's what-
that's normal if somebody can fit all of those places that they're approved specifically for each one?
Well, it's what she agreed to, that she would be
Okay.
willing to do. So as a sub, she was willing to do any of those things.
She'll go anywhere.
She'll go anywhere.
but she won't drive a bus.
And for each one, is there a different pay rate or is it
Yes,
because they're different categories? Yeah. Okay.
yes.
It's just we don't usually see that, a list of different things that they are being appointed for. But that's great if she's willing to be flexible.
Yeah.
Like on number 1 with the retired teachers, we've done that before?
No, we talked about it at the last meeting.
Okay, and.
We did it as a 1 year.
Okay, that's what my answer.
Yeah, we did it as a 1 year.
Okay. All right. So we already did 1 year, so. pretty
No,
much
this is the 1 year. This is
Okay.
going to be upcoming,
a 1 year,
a 1 year.
and then if they go on to another, they have to come back and get it.
Right.
Okay, that's what I want to know. Okay, good. All right.
Didn't lock it in long term, because
Okay.
that's what I kind of heard feedback from the
Yeah,
board last.
okay, that's what I'm, okay. That was my question.
Any other discussion?
I was talking about 11.
I kept that on separate, just for the information part.
Yeah.
So all in favor of 1 through 10? Opposed? And number 11, resignation of Catherine Moore Ingerson, vocal music teacher for the purpose of retirement with last date of employment, June 30th, 2022.
Those are some big shoes to fill.
So somebody's gonna have a big job ahead of them.
Yeah.
Certainly. Done a lot for a lot of our kids for a long time. A motion,
Motion.
Carolyn, second. Aaron? Any other discussion about that?
Thank
Isn't
you,
there a way
Catherine.
to word that with, like, or would that be on the next minutes with regret?
We
Don't
can
have
tell
to do
that when we're supposed to do that.
Oh, we're not supposed to.
And I remember that way back when the teachers were like, why wasn't it retired with, regret or what all this other stuff, and they stopped doing it.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah, I just remembered. So, we aren't supposed to.
Okay.
But you said that, so that's great.
Yes. And we
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Catherine. You
Yeah.
did a great job, many years.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Was it unexpected? Or
No, I
just
mean-
like early or no?
No, I think this was the year. Not
Yeah,
real
yeah.
close.
Yeah.
On to you.
So just, I wanted to, didn't want to think this was appropriate for the event. I just wanted to thank the towns of Cape Vincent and Clayton. If you had seen, we have the municipalities, Jefferson County received an allotment of N95 masks. They went to the municipalities, and in one of our meetings that we have with superintendents with public health, they had said, well, all those masks went to
David Layton.
to the towns and the villages, but there's no allocation for schools. And public health had said, you really ought to see if you could go and get some, at least for your nurses. So I approached the towns and said, I know these allocations are, they could have some. So they went over and above and actually provided us enough N95s so that every teacher and every secretary, the nurses, all were able to have an N95, which was amazing, so over the top from what I had anticipated. So that was just awesome. Sixth grade survey, I put that out last week. And it's, it's one of those things that worked on it with the principals and you tweak it and tweak it and tweak it, and finally you get to the point of, all right, let's send this thing out. And right now, the feedback came back fast and furious. I think we have 188 responses when I looked before the meeting. The split is about 60-40 of, having a committee investigate. So it's not really heavy one way or the other, but the soft data, the comments that are in there are fantastic. Just kind of what we hoped for. They're comments of things that you would think about right off the bat, and there are some things in there that you wouldn't think about right off the bat. So it's going to be fascinating. Really, really, the comments make for amazing reading.
We didn't get to see them?
It's not still live.
Okay,
It's
okay.
out there still. So
Okay,
we're at 188. They're still rolling in, Carolyn.
okay,
So
good.
yeah, it's really awesome. So I wasn't sure. I kind of figured, if it came back that, some astronomical number had said, no, we want to keep it the way it is, then we were done. That's the end of the discussion right there. Kind of, it gives you the same sense that this group did, which was, yeah, let's look at it. And that's what I'm hearing from the community. Let's talk about it. So that was interesting. It's good stuff. If I can figure out a way to pull comments, I'll send them along so you can read them. So.
How long are you going to have it open and live?
Sarah, I left it open for a week.
Okay.
So it should shut down automatically on Friday.
Okay.
And that was just
So
kind of
at
a
that
shot in
point-
the dark.
Yeah. A week's enough time. By then it's lost in the email and people have forgotten it.
Exactly. And I actually thought it would be lost by now, but people are still completing it. So
That's
Wednesday
great.
or Thursday, I may send out just a COVID update or something that has, hey, just a reminder, this is going to close in a couple of days. If you haven't completed it, please take a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I know it's a pretty interesting topic that's intrigued a lot of people on all the levels because it's definite change and there are pros and cons. I'm curious just to know what the comments are, just to hear some of that feedback because I think it's intriguing for sure. Since we've already done it in the past, we changed it, and there's just a lot that goes into it.
For every comment that says you should leave it where it is because there are music and club activities available to sixth graders at Sand Bay, there's a comment right after it that says we should go back to the elementary schools because they can engage in more there than they can, and it's easier to do it than it is here. So everything is all balanced out. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how all this levels, what we decide, because goes both ways.
I'll pull I could pull it out. I have it as a spreadsheet now, so I can pull it out and paste it in so that you can see comments based on each question.
It's interesting having a sixth grade right now.
I'll bet.
And
A lot of the comments include things like, I asked my child.
right.
Well, that's great.
This is what
Yeah.
this is what I think. This is what my child said.
Yep, good.
And it's so hard because I think every kid is different. There's so many, my 11-year-old asked for a pound puppy for Christmas and most of her friends asked for an iPhone. Like, they're just so different.
Right.
There's lots of kids that could totally be up here at sixth grade. And my son probably could be up here when he's in sixth grade, but my oldest is like, nah, she's just not ready yet. It's just, she's doing fine. She's loving it. She's doing fine, but she definitely probably would be better at the elementary level.
I think there are
Well, that's
two.
where this decision is going to be tough because of the divide. I've had the same experience. I've talked to a handful of people, and it's completely split with pros and cons and what their particular child would like. And too bad you're going to have like the option to go to sixth grade at Sand Bay or the option to stay in elementary school. I don't know.
I
It's
think
going
it's
to
gonna
be
come
tough.
down to, like,
Logistics and things.
right, and like the teachers, and I know that was kind of an issue
Yeah.
this year with
Well,
how many classes they're teaching.
one of the things that's kind of jumping out at me right now is the difference between two elementary buildings. So you have one where you can have classes that mix and change,
Right,
and you have one that can't, right? So you have parents at this end that clearly are saying, for my kid, they really need to be out into a bigger group
Right.
and mix. Perfect, then this situation works great.
right,
But then if you have a different cohort of kids, looking at your children, looking at my children, looking at your children, right? Those different cohorts, there are cohorts that would be fantastic. Leave them alone.
right.
They're great.
So we just offer sixth grade in both elementary schools and the middle school.
Yeah.
So,
It's a menu.
And to hire more teachers, it's a menu.
it's time for you to choose the location of your child's class
Right.
For September 4th through October 31st.
That's it. I'm done. I'm done.
All right. Recommendations by committee on special education.
Chelsea?
Anybody have any questions on those? I guess I should ask about a motion first. Aaron and Jenny, man. Bruce, you haven't even flinched over there yet tonight.
There I have.
You just didn't call on it.
I didn't pick anything up. It's all so foreign to me to.
Did not have questions.
I didn't have any questions.
All in favor? Opposed? Do we have anything else?
When Aaron said it was gonna be difficult to fill Catherine Ingerson's position, I wanna add another name onto that, and that's Chris Holloway, because that woman, that's a huge, huge job. And if she's gonna be leaving in April? Somebody needs to be in there now. Because when my last 3 years here, I worked with a grant, and I had, all my finances went through Chris Holloway, so I knew exactly what she was doing. And then you added on this other person's job along with Angela's. You took on more, so did Chris Holloway, and she pretty much, you dug her deep in, that's why she's retiring, to be real honest. But I just think we better get ourselves in gear to find somebody to replace her, because it's a huge position, huge. It's like the foundation of the school district.
We're working on it.
I know you are. I really like to find out somehow to keep her another year, but I don't know if we could talk her into it, or I just don't understand why we didn't replace the other woman. We had the money. But those things are down the road. But I just wanted to say how important she is, and it's going to be very, very difficult to fill her shoes.
Motion to adjourn?
I'll do that one. Bruce and I. I'm pretty good on the last one.
All right, Carolyn and Bruce, all in favor?
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, now I get to go home and watch some Syracuse and hope they win, but they probably won't.
See you guys later.
Have a good night.
Bye. Hope everybody feels better soon.
Me too. Thanks.